What's going on, guys? Welcome back to the channel, and for today I wanted to give you guys another top 10 video. This time around I wanted to give you guys 10 characters that you should be working on if you want to do very well in timeline battle, more specifically the Vibranium League, which is the most difficult league currently available. And if you're not currently doing timeline battle daily, you should, because if you're in the Vibranium League, you're missing out on 1.5 million gold, and on top of that you can get anywhere from 200 to 220 as a max, because weekly, guys, for me, I'm pulling in 200. Good weeks I pull in 220. Over the course of a month, guys, that is a brand new uniform essentially for free. So timeline battle, very important part of the game, even if you are not a PvP player. But if you get to the Vibranium League, you're going to notice that it is controlled by the meta. The characters that currently dominate the majority of the game, you will see them here in full force. And in this video, I wanted to give you guys 10 characters that you should be working on if you want to do very well here. If not, if you don't have any of these characters, you're probably going to struggle and you're probably going to get kicked out of the league weekly. Okay, so with that in mind, let us jump into my roster and talk a little bit more. It is a very sad league, to be honest. For new players, when they get in there for the first time, they experience hell pretty much. Now, number 10 on this list, and I'm going to give you guys my 10 to 1, and then I'll give you guys a few honorable mentions at the very end of the video because you guys seem to like that, okay? I want to say this though, if you're expecting tier 1 characters that become tier 2 to dominate this league, sorry, you're out of luck. Tier 2 natives dominate the league. However, there are a few special characters that do very well here. So number 10 for me, guys, is actually going to be a character that was once at the forefront of the Vibranium League, and that is Dormammu. Yeah. Oh, how the mighty has fallen, guys. This guy right here used to be number 1 for me. However, right now he's sitting at number 10, and that's a shared spot. But he's still deserving of a spot in this league because he has a ton of freaking damage. He can pretty much one-shot any character if he catches them with the 5 skill and you have a damage proc on him. On top of that, if he dies, he comes back with full HP, and he has freaking reflect on his 4 skill. It's great because on top of it reflecting, it's not one of those energy or physical reflect. It will reflect anything, making him one of the perfect characters to counter Quicksilver. So yeah, definitely want to work on this guy if you want to do well in the Vibranium League. Also, the 3 skill right here, long iframe, and does a ton of damage as well. So that's why I put this guy at number 10. And even though he's fallen, he's still a very good candidate for Vibranium League, especially when you have your main characters that you like to use getting banned for that week. Okay, so number 10, Dormammu. 10B for me is actually a newcomer. She doesn't really get a lot of love, but she definitely does very well, and that's actually Scarlet Witch, guys. Freaking Scarlet Witch. It's actually crazy. I haven't ran into too many Scarlet Witches that are actually really strong, but the ones that I have, I've actually killed my Jean Grey several times, and it was a very painful thing to watch. To literally watch my freaking Jean Grey, pop her 5, pop her 4, come down, immediately dead, revive, and then dead again before I could kill her once. Thanks in part to this freaking skill right here and her 4-star passive. Yeah. On top of that, she actually has a nasty 5 skill, long iframe, tons of damage. It's just annoying to deal with her in timeline battle. So if you can, build her for PvP and she will do very well for you. So yeah, definitely gotta give Scarlet Witch a spot in the top 10, guys. Number 9 for me is actually going to be my native counter for Quicksilver. Whenever I see Quicksilver on a team and I have him available, he's my go-to, and that's Wolverine. For obvious reasons, he's a combat type, Quicksilver is a speed type, so yeah, Wolverine is my guy. However, when you get into those nasty fights with a really strong freaking Quicksilver, you might want to be careful because even though he has a type advantage, he can still die. Okay, so yeah, main reason why Wolverine is so deadly is 1, his 4-star passive, obviously, and on top of that, he has a ton of freaking damage on his 5 skill. 4 skill is also great for getting rid of freaking Quicksilver because of the ignore dodge, because he has a lot of dodge natively. Okay, so Wolverine gets the number 9 spot for me. If you have the uniform for him, it's probably next to impossible for a Quicksilver to kill him, especially if you build him like for PvP. But yeah, mine is built for PvE and I don't have the uniform. So number 9 for me is Wolverine, guys. And number 8 for me, guys, is actually going to be Sharon freaking Rogers, guys. One of the very few non-tier 2 natives that made this list. Yeah, she's been in the top 10 timeline battle characters ever since she was released, pretty much, just because she's so tanky that regardless of how you build her, she's gonna be good for PvP because her survivability is just so freaking amazing. This freaking tier 2 passive is one of the best in the game in terms of survivability for sure, and it brings more damage to the table. Not like she needs it, because her freaking 3-5-4 combo is nasty, guys. 3 because it has the damage immunity, damage accumulation. 5 because it just stun locks them, keeps them in place. And the 4, she'll just burst your freaking face down and just melt you. It's crazy. It's crazy, crazy, crazy. She's so freaking strong. So yeah, Sharon Rogers, number 8 for me, guys. Yeah, I know she's a little bit low on this list, but this is my personal list, okay, guys? So number 7 for me, guys, just above Shirag, is actually the guy that a lot of people still fear, but my days of being afraid of him came to an end a long time ago, and that is Doctor Strange. Still love him as a character, still incredibly powerful, just he's fallen a little bit down this list because we have more options. Now, Doctor Strange, still a very powerful character. The main thing that I hate about his kit, well, I love it, but I hate it. And I'm sure if you guys ever got up against it and you didn't have Wasp on your team, you would hate it too. Time freeze, guys. Time freeze. Time freeze, okay? So this right here is one of the most deadly PvP tools in the freaking game. Hate this thing when I'm up against it, but love it when I'm using it. Great damage on the 2 skill. The self buff plus the damage immunity on the 5 is great. Long iframe on the 4 with a stun. Also has a freaking bind on the 1 skill. So very, very good kit overall. He is very squishy, I will say that. If you can avoid being time frozen and you can keep him out of his damage immunity, he's done. He's done. He's done. And if he doesn't have this uniform to heal himself, he's done. Which is why you will notice a lot of people, pretty much anyone has the uniform for him, simply because it gives him the HP and the reflect, and that makes his kit complete. Okay, so number 7, Doctor Strange. Number 6, a speed god, Spider-Man, another non-tier 2 native that made this list for me. I know I put him higher than Doctor Strange, and that is mainly because of personal preference, okay? 5 iframes in the kit. Iframes to me is king. Damage block is nice, but with so many characters coming to the game that can pierce that, iframes to me is king and always will be. And on top of that, this guy has immense crowd control. His crowd control is like beyond belief, guys. So definitely got to give it up to Spider-Man. If you don't have Wasp on your team, you're pretty much guaranteed to lose if someone has Spider-Man in theirs, okay? You'll have to be using like a Wolverine to actually survive, okay? So yeah, Spider-Man, definitely one that deserves to be on this list because of his crowd control and survivability. And number 5 for me, guys, is actually going to cause a lot of controversy, and a lot of you guys are probably going to shut the video off right here, but that's fine. Let me know how you feel in the comments. But number 5 for me is the Wasp. It's just that simple. Now right here, a lot of you guys are thinking to yourself, what the hell? How can Doctor Strange be 7th? How can Shirag be 8th? How can Dormammu be 10 when you have the Wasp at 5th? It's very, very simple, guys. Take a look at Timeline Battle on a weekly basis, and you will notice a staple in every single team. You will notice that is the Wasp. Ever present, ever vigilant, ever there. Why? Because of her tier 2 passive, guys. No one likes to be CC'd. No one likes to go into a battle and having to deal with freaking Spider-Man constantly webbing them up. Miguel doing the same. Freaking Doctor Strange freezing time. Freaking Jean Grey freezing time. You know why? Because you're pretty much guaranteed to lose It's very, very simple, guys. So the Wasp, because of her tier 2 passive, is an invaluable character when it comes to PvP encounters. As a character, she's very, very good. She's one of those characters that would slowly chip away at you. She's not very, like, I would say, strong, like, physically, but she has great survivability. But her tier 2 passive makes her a must-have character for PvP, okay? Number 4 for me, guys, is actually going to be one of the best speed characters in the game, simply because of his freaking 4-star passive, and that is Miguel O'Hara, aka Spider-Man 2099, guys. This, when I saw it for the first time, I thought it was going to be trash. I literally thought it was going to be trash. But this is one of the most annoying things to deal with. The character just simply becomes intargetable in the middle of your skills throughout the entire fight, and he just slowly picks away at you. It's not that he has slow damage or anything like that, but it's just that every single time you get into a rhythm, you pop one of your skills, you thought, oh yeah, I'm going to do some damage to this guy. Nope, he's gone. And then he just hits you. And then you try again. Nope, he's gone. Then he just hits you. And then nope, he's gone. He just hits you. And then you die. Like, Miguel is really freaking annoying to deal with. And you're going to notice that a lot of teams have him on there. He is one of the most annoying characters to deal with in timeline. A lot of people, they use Quicksilver, Spider-Man, and freaking Miguel O'Hara as a team. Good luck with that if you don't have the Wasp, okay? So, yeah, definitely number 4 for me, guys. Great character all around, but his freaking 4-star passive is just too freaking annoying. Too annoying, guys. Too freaking annoying. Tier 2 passive is also pretty good. Makes the 4-star passive better. Number 3 is actually one of my favorite characters in the game. Thanos. Yeah, once again, in the number 3 spot, guys. Thanos. Yeah, needs this uniform, okay? If he doesn't have this uniform, he's down there underneath freaking Dormammu, okay? So keep that in mind. Not even on this list at all, okay? Great character. Love this one skill, invincibility and a debuff removal. Great. Iframes. This skill right here, love it, love it, love it. Great freaking damage. But the majority of the time, all I use for him is 1, 4, 5, and they're dead. They're literally dead. They're dead. Unless it's Miguel, because Miguel is going to constantly freaking disappear on you. He's the most annoying to kill. Thanos is one of my go-to for dealing with enemy Quicksilvers. Okay? One of the counters for him. Number 2 for me, guys, is actually going to be Jean Grey. Mainly because of the fact that she not only heals, she has debuff removal as her leadership, and she has time freeze. Unfortunately, Jean Grey is no longer number 1 when it comes to PvP. However, she's number 2, and that's really, really good. Main reason why? Because 1, she has superb damage, mainly in the 4 skill, but the 5 is great to bump that even more. And on top of that, great survivability with the revive right here. Unfortunately, she lost her spot as being a number 1. And the guy she lost it to, everyone's favorite hot dog eating son of a gun. Yeah, Quicksilver, guys. The king of PvP as of right now. Can't wait to see what happens if they ever fix this 3 skill right here. The only blemish on his kit is this 3 skill. The freaking 4-star passive on this makes him one of the most annoying characters to deal with. The only way to hide from him is in an iframe. And if you get out of that iframe and you don't start attacking him right away, you're dead. Because he's just going to lock you down in Days of Thunder and light speed you to death. Okay? Definitely a really, really annoying character. Pretty much all you ever have to use with him is the 5, the 4, and the 3 if you want some extra damage. But generally, once he catches you in the 5 skill, you're dead. You're dead. Like, you're literally dead because he's just gonna keep jumping into the 4 skill or into the 1 skill to be really, really annoying. So yeah, freaking Quicksilver, the god of timeline battle. Yeah, eating hot dogs, killing people, taking names. Yeah, don't even think he remembers them because he just kills so many of them. Anyways, so as for the honorable mentions, guys, I'm going to leave you with a couple, okay? Ebony Maw, one of my go-to characters when all of my characters are banned for some reason. He's great because of his 5-4 combo. He can stay in a state of just being constantly iframed. So yeah, very, very good character and one you can rely on if you don't have any of the bigger names built up. Clovis, another good one. Mainly because of the fact that his 2 skill has great damage, but he has damage block on the 5, which is not shown here. He has a couple seconds, believe me. And on top of that, he can revive. New proof. So yeah, definitely one of the first Black Order characters you should build up. Another character that I gotta put on this list, guys, is Vulture. Yeah, Vulture. One of the few characters that can take down Jean Grey that is not a tier 2 native. Yeah, he can do it once, and he can do it as soon as she comes back up. And all you gotta do is just keep using 5-4 and 1. That's it. And she can die. Very, very easy to this guy. So yeah, Vulture, number 3, guys. Another character that I gotta put on this list is Mantis. A really, really annoying character to deal with if you do not have someone to remove debuff. Wasp. Do you guys see why she's ranked so high? Anyways, another character that we got to include, one of the PvP characters that's pretty much all they do. We got to put Destroyer there, simply to counter the Jean Greys, the Dormammus, the Thanoses, you name it. If they deal energy attack, he's there to counter them, okay? Another character that we gotta put on here is, sadly, this guy. Sorry, Odin, you didn't make the list. You're only gonna be mentioned for your leadership. For those of you guys who refuse to tier 2 the Wasp, you don't know what you're missing out on, but he has more damage than the Wasp, so hey, go ahead and build up Odin. And the last character that I want to leave you guys with is actually going to be Enchantress, because of the fact that whenever she uses the Maiden's Farewell, she has a chance to charm the enemy for 5 seconds. Once she's tier 2, this becomes a guaranteed thing. So if they don't have Wasp on their team, you're just gonna slowly pick them apart using Enchantress. Okay, so that's gonna be it for this list right here, guys. Let me know what your top 10 timeline battle characters are, and if there is some characters that I left off this list, please let me know. I can't wait to build up Enchantress, man. Netmarble, can you guys swing me a 3-star ticket, man? Like, can you show some love to your boy? Let me have some fun with Enchantress, like, please, man. Oh my gosh, she's beautiful. But that's all I have to say for this one, guys. Like always, thanks for watching, and I'll see you guys next time. Peace and love, boys. So much love. I'm out.